You thought we were going to be late, didn't you?
I did.
We were having technical difficulties for a second, as usual.
Mostly we just clicked the wrong button. Hey, John Kenny. I see you number 1.
John Kenny's always number 1. Not in my book, but
Oh,
John Kenny.
Rhonda says he's number 2. I guess Rhonda is number 1.
Well, we didn't do a lot of promoting that we were going to be on today, so hopefully we'll get a couple people on here. But today, again, is another episode of our Wind Down Wednesday. And boy, I'm going to tell you what, I need to wind down.
We're winding down with coffee tonight because we're both very tired today after flying in from Reno and changing or Vegas and changing time zones. Slept good last night. We'll definitely sleep good again tonight, though.
So we landed last night. We got back into Virginia at 5 o'clock last night. Had to do a couple things, eat dinner. Had to come home, wash some clothes, and pack the camper back up to jump back into the camper and drive up north. So, so here we are. We're headed back up to Indiana again to get a couple more things checked out.
We're really getting a checkup before we head out west this summer. So we just want to have like all the MORIDE stuff taken a look at. Got a couple Keystone questions that I want to have looked at while we're there. So we're just not anything that's like broken. Just want to check and make sure before we do 6,800 miles that everything is in shape.
So this trip is about ready to go underway in just a couple more weeks. So we got to make sure everything is up and running. So this was not spur moment. This was scheduled, but coming in
just a short trip because I had to, like when you go to MORIDE, you have to have an appointment. So.
And I guess you guys know if you get jet lag, you get tired in the mornings. But here we are. We're here. We're back on. We're going to go to bed early tonight just to try to catch back up on sleep. Get back to sleep. I see Raising Wild Berries are here. They were with us out in Vegas. We had a great time with.
It was like a gnat or something. Sorry.
We had a great time out there with them. Can't wait to do it again next year down in Louisiana.
Yes.
For our next tournament down there. So.
And that's all in the same time zone. We can drive.
We can drive and take the camper.
And like John and Donna found a great campground down there, so I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of campgrounds, I see Julie on here from Walnut Hills Campground in Stanton. Julie, when we are there, I know.
Well, hold on. We didn't get back in touch with you yet. We're sorry.
But we haven't forgotten you.
We haven't forgotten you. We've been busy with everything going on.
Maybe tomorrow we can call you. It's a travel day again tomorrow. But we're going to try to come by and visit while we're up for our camp out the first week of May. So maybe the beginning of that week, or maybe the following, like that Sunday, we can put something together to come by and check it out because we've heard great things.
And Dwayne is on here. He saw us today driving to where we're going. So we saw him wave. I had no idea who he was.
Dwayne just said, nice truck. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
So it's pretty cool when somebody sees you going down the road, especially the opposite direction. So
who else you got up here? Who is Pete Kane? That's a new name for me. If I should know you, Pete Kane, you'll have to give me more information on that. If you're new here, then welcome. We're glad to have you. It's always hard when you see people's names on here because they're not always exactly what their names are in real life. And I see people on here that really we know them. Ma and Paul on the loose. That's the Burdettes, right? Hey, Cotty Wamples. Who is? Never mind. I was just
kidding. John Kenny says that we are almost as busy as they are. No, you guys are probably pretty busy.
I don't know. Y'all work a lot.
We travel a lot. We move a lot.
But Disney a lot. And then you Disney a lot. So for those of you that don't know, John and Rhonda winter in Florida, and they have season passes to Disney. Like they are diehard Disney. So it's quite a thing. I didn't realize how many diehard Disney people there were out there.
So he does Disney. We like Vegas. So let's talk a little bit about Vegas while we were out there. So first of all, of course, some of you guys know, whatever, we went out there to bowl in the National Bowling Tournament with our kids and a couple other people, like the Raising Wild Berries and all that. So,
and some of us bowled better than others.
It was a great time. I bowled pretty good. I was happy with what I did for not bowling all year. Only bowling 9 games a year. I was happy. That was what we went there for. But then our kids also bought us tickets to the Sphere while we were there.
For Christmas. That was part of our Christmas gift.
If you haven't been there, that was pretty wild, pretty intense. It's a great big ball. We're going to do some videos on it, but
well, it was like the thumbnail for tonight. That's outside, and it looks like all kinds of different stuff from outside. Sometimes it looks like a big emoji, like looking up at the airplanes and putting his head down, or its face down, or whatever. Sometimes it looks like the planet Earth. Sometimes it's just wild and crazy colors.
but when you go inside,
Oh, did you see it on the way to the airport the other morning?
no,
It looked like the moon. Like it was brighter on one side, darker on the other. It looked like it had craters on it. It was pretty cool.
when you go inside, they have a couple robots in there, kind of like the AI robots. You go in, you start talking to it, and it talks back to you. And I still think there's somebody in a room back listening to you in a microphone talking back. But that was pretty cool. But the neat thing was we were 4 floors up. We take an escalator all the way up 4 floors, 3 floors, whatever it is, and you sit in there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what,
It's very steep.
very, very, very steep.
Very steep.
And they sell alcohol there.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you guys ever been to a hockey game, but the hockey, you know, when you go downstairs, if you ever been to the Pennsylvania, to the Hershey show, you go in there and you go down them steep steps. Those have nothing on these steps. You're literally you literally walk through there and you sit down and you're kind of like leaning over straight down to see.
You know, like when you have to go past somebody to get to your seat, typically they can just kind of turn their legs sideways and you walk by. No, there was none of that. They had to stand and back up into their little space for you to get by, because I don't know. I'm not so much a heights freak, but it was kind of weird. It was very steep.
So this one was landscape. Is that what it was called?
Postcards from Earth.
Okay, I was way off.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of landscapes, though, mountains and like the out west scenery and underwater.
So it's basically you sit here and it goes all the way around.
Call that?
All the way up, almost 360 all the way around. So
the Science Museum at home has I can't think of the word. You know, it's a big globe, and you see it, and it's very much like in your face, like you're there. But this goes further around and further up. And if you were supposed to be like flying through, fans would come on and blow.
And clear as it can be, and I think it was more than 8K, but there was elephants to walk by, and you can see the skin.
It felt like you were there. So it was very cool.
So if you ever get out to Vegas, Sphere is something pretty cool to do. It's a little expensive, but I think it was pretty neat for what you got going on. Then we went, after everybody left, it was just us and one of our sons and daughter-in-law and our daughter. We went to a VR experience where you wear the goggles. And
I'm going to say that I was not excited to go. I was going because everybody else wanted to, and I was going to take one for the team. And we actually went for one, and we stayed and did a second one, and it was very cool.
So the first one, if you guys know, like Call of Duty, where you just go in there and you kind of shoot these little zombies and stuff, and everybody's on the same team. You shoot these things, you stay right there. When we first started, they say, make sure you stay off the wall. There's a little red line with your VR. You can
stay within your red line, or you will run into the wall.
Well, when we first started, it was so real looking that a zombie ran towards me. I jumped out of the way because it looked like he was getting ready to run into you. So that was pretty cool. And then after we got done with that one, we did one. It was kind of like Squid Games, where you do the little game things.
You know, you have to, and you did Simon Says and red light, green light, and
I think that one was more fun than the other one because it was more competitive for each other. We weren't on the same team.
Well, for that one, you right away could tell. So when you did this little game, you could see who won that. And then the next game, who won that. And you didn't really know it. Well, it did keep kind of a running total. So you could always look at the scoreboard and see how you were doing. The one where we were shooting zombies, we were just all shooting zombies. And when it was over, we got to see who was the most accurate, who shot the most.
So if you ever get a chance to do one of those
VR
thing, I think it would be if you own your own business or you work for somebody, it'd be a good team building type of thing. It was really neat.
It was fun.
But Vegas was fun. We always love going to Vegas. She got to see, she's a groupie for a group over there that we
Alter
see.
Ego. They're the best.
So if you ever go to Vegas, go down to Fremont Street, check them out. They're there 2 or 3 nights, 4 nights.
Finally got a shirt this time.
Yeah, she
got the t-shirt.
So she got the t-shirt. She's been there, got the t-shirt. So check them out if you ever go to Vegas. I hear maybe now after we're skipping Tampa and we're driving over to Quartzsite in January.
Are you talking slow?
No. And I heard that we may be going to Vegas after that again. So here we're going to Vegas. We'll be taking some people to Vegas.
But we won't be flying this time, and we won't be bowling. We'll just be there hanging out.
So let's talk about a couple things going on. We're headed up there to Indiana to get our MORRIDE stuff checked and looked at, and our brakes checked to make sure everything's okay. Get a couple things done, and then we head down to our pretty much full Endless Caverns camp out. I think we have just a couple more smaller sites left. If you guys know anybody, let's get them filled up now. We're getting ready to probably stop taking reservations next Friday for that. So if you want to sign up for it, let's do that one now.
But let's talk out west, guys. We've never done it.
I was just in the east.
I know, but after that, we're going west. And so we've been ridiculed for saying out west. I'm not saying we're on the West Coast. I understand we're not in California. So I'll preface it with that, because people on the West Coast get a little offended when you say that you're coming west, but you're not coming all the way to California. So we're not going to the West Coast, but we are going west, far west of Virginia, to Arizona and Yellowstone and the Black Hills. So if you are out that way, or would like to go out that way, or close enough to go out that way for a week, and you have an RV, because I don't think any of those parks have cabins, we do have a stop planned at Sun Outdoors Yellowstone North that still has a few more sites. And then a couple weeks later in July, we have a stop for a week in South Hill, South Dakota, so near Mount Rushmore. Wow. So yeah, if that's something you would be interested in, or if you know somebody that would be interested, or if you and someone you know would be interested, you should check out FindUsCamping.com and check out all the details. You could also email us at FindUsCamping@gmail.com.
But she knows all these now.
Look at me go. I'm so sleepy, but I've got it together. Yeah, if you have any questions, because we'd love to fill those parks up as well. We're not having big groups there, so it'll be a more intimate meetup camp out versus the one in Endless. The one in Endless, we're going to have, I think, 80 reservations, somewhere around about. So there'll be a bunch of people. The two out west are 25 RVs max, because it's just a smaller campground. So it'll be more one-on-one time, more getting to know people a lot better, because it'll be a smaller group. And
don't forget Pigeon Forge, guys. That one's kind of been kind of slow taking off. We need to fill that one up.
But that's going to be the end of our crawl is going to be at Pigeon Forge for a week. We've been to the Pigeon Forge area, but we've not been to this particular park. And like, they have a lazy river. It's a huge park. They have all the things. I'm really very excited. We've been to Pigeon Forge once. We stayed at a smaller park. Well, we've been twice at smaller parks, and they were both nice, but this one's supposed to be really big and have all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm excited.
So we're hoping we can also get, now that we're doing these camp outs, we schedule camp out here, and here, wherever they are, try to spread them across the country so you guys can come and help us build this community. But where we need your help, and I've been talking to a couple of our villagers, as you may say, or whatever. What I'm needing, Brian Smoot, I know you're on here, Dwayne, John Kenny, all you guys. If we can get some, I'm going to call them micro camp outs, call them a Find Us Camping camp out. Brian, Kenny, John Kenny, one of you guys, wherever you are, see if you can get some people together, and let's use our Find Us Camping Village people to, even though we can't be there, let's see if we can get all you guys together. So if Brian Smoot, you're in Williamsburg, 1,000 Trails, and you're in Chesapeake 1,000 Trails, try to get some people together and get to the clubhouse, or get to the pavilion, or whatever it is, and let's get everybody there together. And maybe we can do like a Facebook messenger, or not messenger, what's that thing called? We do all FaceTime, and we could be on there with you guys while everybody's there. We just want to be able to build this community. We want to get this community bigger and bigger and bigger, and we need your help to do it. So if you guys can do our micro camp outs, and call it the Find Us Camping micro camp out in 1,000 Trails, Williamsburg, and just get 10 or 15 people together, wear your shirts, show some love, whatever it is, and I think that'd be pretty cool. So if it's something you're interested in doing, please let us know. We'll help promote it on our end and say, hey, John Kenny is going to get a Find Us Camping micro camp out at Oak Alley RV Resort down in Webster, Florida. If anybody's interested in Friday night, they're all going to meet up at the pool at 9:00 or something. And let's see if we can just take some pictures and put them on the villagers page, and let's get that thing going. Even though we're not there, we're there with you guys. So help us out if you guys want to get into some of those things. So
Pete. Okay. If you see us, Pete, in Williamsburg or Chesapeake Bay,
we will be at both of those parks for a while.
Like April, May So back and forth a little bit. Please stop me and tell me that you're Pete so that I can put a face to the name. Because if we've met before, that's cool, but it's not ringing a bell. But I probably will see you and know you when I see your face. So I just want to throw that out there.
Dwayne, yes, zombies are running around, maybe low alcohol. There was alcohol involved in Vegas, but not at that time. We had no alcohol in us at that time. But the zombies were running around.
He is telling the truth. There was alcohol after that, but not before. I was just trying to get my bearings.
Quartzsite, let us know the deals. All right, you're probably about the 15th person to say something about Quartzsite. So if you're interested in going to Quartzsite, please email us at FindUsCamping.com.
Let's just put Quartzsite in the subject line.
FindUsCamping@gmail.com and put Quartzsite, interested in Quartzsite, just something
Quartzsite in the subject.
So we can go back and search for that if we can't. I'll see if we can't get a big group to go meet there or whatever.
It will be leaving the home area where you guys are right after Christmas, and we will be making our way across so that we can be there for the show.
And then it sounds like we may be going up to Vegas. It's only 300-mile drive, evidently.
For a minute, and then back across to Louisiana for bowling. And then we start our new crawl. The crawl is supposed to start in Key West, so that it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect.
So if you're interested in going to Quartzsite, just type Quartzsite in the description and let us know.
Because we don't have any details. Like I don't have any dates. I don't have anything at this point. In fact, Shelly, who was on here a lot of times, is a pro because she wintered out there one year. So she has volunteered to kind of help us, maybe not route the whole thing because I'm not sure that she's going to be out east, but help us navigate, like once we get there, where to park and how to do all the things. So
he's saying also to check out Crazy Horse Monument.
We did. I don't think we did that when we were there last time.
I don't think so. I remember seeing it, but we didn't go.
So there we go.
And the Cottywamples said they're going to try to find us somewhere out west.
I know.
Dude, I'm going to hide from you. If I can hide from you, I'm going to.
No,
hold on. Let me turn my locations off so you can't find
I was going to say, that's not going to work really well. Funny stuff.
Yeah, Brian Smoot says, don't forget the thumbs up. So if you guys right now, like I said, it's kind of a small live tonight. So if you can, just give us those thumbs up on the screen. If you're on a computer, you can give us thumbs up. But
John Kenny, yes.
We are set.
We're pretty set. We should have a contract this week, fingers crossed, and then we can really put it out. Because then you all can start calling. But we're set. We just have to.
So if anybody's on here and doesn't know what he's talking about right now, we do have we have an impromptu camp out in Sugarloaf Key in the Florida Keys for Thanksgiving week. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Once again, email us, put Florida Keys in there. I think we have 9 or 10 reserved right now.
Mm-hmm. Like reserved on our little piece of paper. Because you can't call and make a reservation yet.
So if you're interested in coming down to Keys and celebrate Thanksgiving with us in the Florida Keys.
So it's going to be the week of Thanksgiving. And then you can get the same discounted rate the week. You have to be there the week of Thanksgiving. If you want to come a week early and make it a 2-week excursion, the discounted rate would apply to both weeks. I think I said that right. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
So John, I guess we're on the micro camp out. It's a good idea. I'll try to get one before we leave. That would be awesome. If you guys can do that, take some pictures, post them. We created that Find Us Camping Villagers page for you guys to do a lot of the posting on. Mm-hmm. The Find Us Camping page you can't post on. I still need everybody's help to make that thing grow. I want that thing at 10,000 by the end of the year. So I'm relying on every one of you guys to get that page up to 10,000.
No pressure.
No pressure. It's not just me.
It's still early in the year, though, so we can do that.
There's no reason why we can't do it. So if Julie over there at her campground promotes us and everybody that comes in, they get on our page.
Tiffany promotes us.
Promotes us. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Today's Wind Down Wednesday, brought to you by
Sumner Crest Winery.
And I'm not even drinking anything.
I have
hand sanitizer. So.
I was drinking. Well, please don't drink that.
So yes, Wind Down Wednesday, Sumner's Crest Winery. If you haven't been there, seen it, check it out. Right off 65 towards Nashville, Tennessee. Great harvest host.
Great folks.
Great people.
So we met these people in Vegas. We were at this pizza place where they have mozzarella sticks. You get a mozzarella stick.
It's about a foot long.
I think it's a foot long, about that big around. And there were these girls at the table behind us, and it's Vegas, so it is what it is. They came for the cheese stick. They had their suitcases, like they were on their way. It's right near the airport. They were on their way to the
How
airport.
many of you guys find places to go when you're out of town on Instagram, TikTok, or
Yes,
Facebook?
that's why we had to go. My son, well, I think both of my sons and my daughter all found our daughter found the cheese.
Well,
Spill my coffee.
Been drinking
The
too
cheese
much.
stick on TikTok, actually. And anyway, these girls were at the table next to us, and they had found it the same way. They were from Australia, and we're checking out this tiny little Italian place. Like, I don't think it was much bigger than the inside of our camper. These big cheese sticks. They also had fried raviolis. They were square. They were this big. You got 2 of them in an order. They had pizza. They had a pizza cone. So, like, those metal, like, cones that they have at restaurants. A lot of times they have, like, the pretzel sticks in them. It was that, and they had wound, like, a pizza crust dough around, like, a big cone and up over the edge, and then they put all the pizza toppings and fillings you wanted in
So
it.
many things you guys missed, Derek and Autumn, because you left.
So our diets are shot.
Oh no, I didn't even get on the scale this week. Thank God, I didn't even know where it was.
But the cool thing was, here we are from Virginia in Vegas. We met these 3 ladies from Australia, and they were leaving. They were leaving that night, the Vegas area. They were flying to Nashville. So, of course, we said, well, hey, y'all drink wine. Well, duh, they said. So we told them about Tiffany's Winery. Now, whether they'll make it up or not, we told them it's about 30 minutes north of Nashville, but that would be a cool little connection that these people from Australia that we met in Vegas end up at Tiffany's Winery. So,
all right, fun. Dwayne. So if Joey is on board, you and Faith are on it. Well, Joey down there says we'll do that. So I'm gonna mark you down for
challenge
2 this year. 2. I know you can do it because I know you're the hostess with the mostest. So I know you can do it. And I know you can get 2 of them.
He's the host with the most.
He's the hostess with the mostest. So I'm gonna rely on you. I want to see 2 of them by the end of the year. So
Brian Smoot's son and Ray and Lisa up to help him plan something.
Now we did talk to Ray and Lisa about it, so maybe you guys can get that going. So, but get everybody on them pages so we can really grow this.
So I want to know, is there more stuff down there? I want to know where everybody else is. So I know, like, Ray and Lisa are going with us out west. I want to know where everybody else is going this summer, though. Like, I feel like camping season is like right on the verge of starting.
It's going to be 70 degrees next week in Virginia. So
I know people are like, if we were home, we would be okay. So the Thousand Trails parks aren't open yet. So the place we would go just for a weekend, if we were still weekending it, are not open. But there are other campgrounds that are open. Like, we're going somewhere with spring break with Derek and Autumn.
Is Walnut Hills Campground open right now? Are you guys open for the season? I can't remember what Dwayne said. I think it was getting close.
I was going to say it's probably close, but it's probably cold. We're in Charleston, West Virginia right now, and it's cold.
It's rainy and nasty.
So my question is, where are you going? I feel like everybody's getting ready to go if they're not already going. I know we have a lot of weekend. Oh, they're open. So, yeah.
So if you need a place to camp, they're open year round. Perfect. So if you're looking for a place to camp because Thousand Trails is closed, you guys can head up there to Walnut Hills Campground. It's not too far from Endless. So
she said Stanton has the best, well, it used to be the best little restaurant downtown. It's called the Mill Street Grill. It used to be one of my favorites. It hasn't been in a few years, so I hate to throw that out there and then find out it's changed ownership and it's horrible or whatever. And in that cute little downtown area, they have a little olive oil shop, olive oil and balsamic vinegar.
So Derek and Autumn, if you guys can look up Walnut Hills Campground real quick and just put their link down there for us, that way people who are watching this or watching this later can check it out.
And yes, Brian, we love Anvil Campground. Love it.
If you like the trains, don't get me wrong. I love the trains.
The train doesn't bother us. We have a train at our house, so the train is not a thing for me. But if I was in a tent site up against that train track, it might be a little loud. But like, we met the brothers that own and run that campground, and like, they have a cool little family story. That campground's been in their family forever, and just fun people.
They went to Mill Street Grill last week.
Yum. So it's still yummy then.
We used to bowl. We used to go to Stanton all the time for a bowling tournament, and when we went to Stanton,
Right.
we
So
always
state tournament was there one year, and somebody I don't even know if anybody recommended it or we just found it and it was so good.
Autumn. I need you to look up Walnut Hills Campground RV Park and put their link on there for us so that people can look at it and click on it for me, please, so they can all check it out.
Walnut Hills Campground RV Park. It's in Stanton. Okay, what are they showing? Arizona and Utah until late June, early July. We're going to be in Utah.
85. Ugh.
Oh. Are you near the water? Where are you in Texas?
I can look them up.
They might not want the world to know where they are.
We're going to Kentucky to the Ark Adventures for spring break. Never heard of that one.
I have. Somebody said something about it last year. That's cool. Take lots of pictures.
Near Waco. So,
okay.
So when you guys go, when you guys go to these places like Kentucky and Ark Adventure, that's where I need you guys to
post it on
the villagers page and say it was a great spot. It wasn't a great spot. Let us know these campgrounds. If you go to a campground and you don't think it's the best campground in the world, just post some pictures and say, yeah, we had a great time here, but we don't know if we will come back. Save us some time. But if it's something you really, really like, post it so we can find it and see it. That's what the page is all about. It's for helping to build the community up and helping people know where to go and where not to go. And then when we go to Walnut Hills Campground over there, we can take pictures of the campground, show you guys pictures of it, and say, hey, when you're in that area, make sure you go to the Mill Street Station,
Mill Street
Grill, and eat. Not just the campground itself, but what did you do when you guys were there? And that's what people, when we do our campground tours on YouTube,
they want to know what's nearby.
They want to know what else there is there. They don't want to know just about the campground. They want to know what they can do outside of the campground.
Because think about it like this. There are people that want to just come and they want to stay at the campground. Maybe they're just there for the weekend or the week, and it's more or less just a getaway from the rest of the world vacation. And they just want to know, do they have a pool? Do they have a hot tub? Do they have pickleball courts? Do they have mini golf? What do they have? And then there's people that say, I don't really care. And I'm one of these people. I don't care if the campground's old, as long as it's not worn down or run down. And is it clean? Like, is it easy enough to get in and out of, that the trees aren't going to drag my camper? And I want to know what there is to do out and about, because I might not be back to that area. So I want to see where there is to go and what there is to do. And maybe it's just this cool little dive bar down in town, or maybe it's a drive-through safari. Like, we've done all kinds of crazy nonsense just in places we end up camping. So when you go to those places, post pictures of campground, give your opinion about the campground, but then also post.
And if you go somewhere, say you go to the drive-through
animal
safari, whatever it is, go ahead and throw the price on there. That way, because there's nothing worse than somebody posting something and go, I wonder if I can afford that. I wonder if I can do that. If you guys put on there, it was $20 a person and it was $10 to rent a car or whatever it is, that makes it easier for us. We don't have to go look it all up and try to see.
I don't think all of them rent cars, but I just say the one we went to in Georgia? I think it was either 15 or $20. You could rent one of their vehicles to drive through the safari, which was worth every stinking penny.
I had a brand new truck. I can only imagine.
They were pulling
the windshield wipers off. They stuck their head through there and was drooling all down in the cup holders and all that kind of stuff. So
if we had convinced him to take his truck through there, he would have had a stroke.
So once again, help us out. Make sure you're there. I see Charlie Grace on here now.
Hey, Charlie Grace.
Charlie. If you guys don't know Charlie Grace, you guys need to check her out. She's a wildfire bundle of energy.
She's a bundle of fun.
So yes, all that above.
She's one of those van campers. You know how they are?
I'm trying to get her to come to one of her camp outs so you guys can see her. She is wide open. She's probably on 6 pots of coffee a day. She's everywhere.
She's always a ball of energy.
So make sure you guys check her out. Charlie, if you're still on here, I don't think you're on our page yet for the FindUsCamping Villagers, but please get on there with us. Spread some of the places you go, because you go a lot of places that we can't get to with your camper. So show some pictures, go on there and tell people who you are, and let's get it out there.
So they said near Walnut Hills Campground, Stablecraft Brewery. Great beer. So the guys say, what was the food good? That's all that matters to me. How about them banks? What's up, guys?
All about the banks. I
Yeah,
do appreciate that call today because I'm gonna tell you what.
because the co-pilot was falling
She fell
asleep.
asleep on you guys, buddy.
I could not. I could not. I was so sleepy. I just could not. So thank you for keeping him awake because I could not do it today.
She was out. I looked over her mouth. I said, "They're talking to us right now."
I could not. I was so sleepy. I just was sleepy. That's all there is to it.
Jet lag got her pretty
It
hard.
it
so.
hit hard, and I kept like trying to watch different things and do different things, and I just could not do
So
it.
thanks for the call. I appreciated it. I needed it. Hope I helped you guys. I don't know if it helped you guys or not, but yeah, it was great. So we got to be careful with all that flying and driving and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, it was supposed to be a long drive day today, short tomorrow. We swapped those,
I
so
did
it
it
was
the
a
other way
shorter
around, so.
shorter drive day today.
So we are boondocking right now in a Cabela's
Is that
parking
a
lot.
plane?
No, it's a truck going. I guess the truck going to go to Cabela's. So the boondocking world. I mean, it's just so nice to be able to just pull off of the road, come to a Cabela's, leave the truck hooked up, come inside, got everything we need running. We're doing all this all off of solar. Our guys at Future Solutions hooked this up, got all the solar we need.
Yep.
I don't have to have a generator running right now.
It's nice.
It's just so nice to be able to do this. So
how many of you boondock, and do you stay at places like Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop?
they're starting to get smaller and smaller and harder to get to now. There's been a couple of them we've been to before that they are not allowing anybody back in anymore.
Literally, like I called to confirm that it was okay to park there. And 2 weeks later, when I called back on our way there and said, just to make sure it's still good to park, the man's like, no, we don't allow that anymore. We were having a problem with, what did he call it? Squatters. So
I've been called a squatter.
We don't allow that any longer. So it's like, okay, so today this is a Cabela. I know we've stayed at this Cabela's 5 times now, and it's great.
It's our trip on the way.
Well, there's the Cabela's, there's a Home Depot right next door. Across the street, there's a Quaker Steak and Lube. There's a Mexican restaurant and an Olive Garden and a Red Lobster. So within walking distance, there's lots of options, which is great. But when I called the Cabela's today, I always call and say, I just want to make sure it's okay for an RV to park overnight. And she said, yes, ma'am. And before I could say, even though I knew the answer, but before I could say, and is there a certain area in the parking lot that you like for us to park? She said, and you're going to park over to the far left side of the building or all the way out to the front of the far side of the parking lot in front of the store. I said, okay. She said, either one's fine, but those are the 2 places that most RVers like to park because it's more level there.
And we park. This is where we were
never
parking.
had them tell me that. They're always like, park on the east side or the south side or the. I'm like, I need to know, like, beside the Chick-fil-A, north, south, east.
I don't know if you guys saw our reel 2 times ago that we were here. We walked outside that morning and we had.
This is that place.
We had dinner on our steps. It was somebody brought
dropped
us
off Wendy's.
McDonald's.
Wendy's.
Okay, Baconators. There were 2 Baconators and two fries and 2 drinks. Well, unfortunately, they put it out that night. And it rained on it all night long.
The next
so
morning it was
I picked it up in the bag, just ripped, and everything was just nasty. So,
but it was really sweet, and they had like ordered it, and it was like, you know how Wendy's folds it and then puts a sticker on it, so you could tell nobody had been in it. So it was a super nice gesture.
So here's a question:
would you eat it?
No, it was awesome. They did that. Thank you for doing that, because after you've been drive a long time and it's there. The question is, how many people would have ate it? Are there still
been a mixed bag of the people we've asked.
Are there still good people out there that was going to really leave a nice meal out there, because you guys know we're on the road? But let us know. Just say yes or no. Would you have ate the Baconators? Somebody that you don't have no idea if they were still fresh and they were good. Would you have drank? Would you have ate them? I just want to know what people think.
It's the other Beal.
Yeah, and you're not late. As long as you're here, you're here. You're here. You're never late. Good. Let's see what else.
Now you just messed it all up. I overlander to find awesome boondocking spots. Do you find awesome boondocking spots like out in the middle of nowhere and like Cabela's, Home Depot's, Lowe's, or is that more so out in the middle of nowhere boondocking spot? Hey, Tyler.
No, okay, Tyler. I'm glad you made it, but look, we got to go through one live without any dog.
Send us the picture of the
puppy. Dog. I got my.
We were looking at the puppy. I have one of their numbers.
I got the phone turned off, so there's no puppy pictures today.
We were looking at the puppy just yesterday. on the flight home. Emily and I were looking at the
So, okay, so raising wild berries. Is this Derek or Autumn that said yes, they will eat it? I can't imagine Autumn going to eat it. That's got to be Derek.
It's got to be.
There's no way Autumn's going to eat that. And All About the Bank said, nope. That's kind of how it was.
I opened it.
John Kenny, of course you're going to eat it.
I was like, I don't know. It's a super nice gesture. And the bag is like, had the label from Wendy's on it. Like you couldn't have gotten it off without ripping it. But it had, so here was my dilemma. Part of it was that, but then part of it was like, it's all wet because it had been sitting out all night. And I don't know if it rained or if it was a heavy dew, but like the bag was wet. Everything was wet. But it was a super nice gesture.
Yes, no puppy. And Bobby Knuckles is on here. All right, Bobby. So if you're here, we have a question. The last time we were here, somebody left food on our step. It was all nice and wrapped up. It was 2 Baconators, fries, and a drink. Would you have ate it? Would you have ate it, Bobby?
Depends on how hungry I am.
I'm a vacuum. I'll eat anything. That's still, who is that? Is that Derek?
That's Derek.
Because it's Derek because Autumn doesn't eat anything. She's more picky than anybody I know.
Autumn?
She don't eat this. She don't eat that. She doesn't eat this. We've been to dinner with them many times.
I don't remember thinking she was picky.
Derek, help me out. Oops.
Raising Wild Berries is always Derek. She logs in as Autumn.
So Autumn, are you picky or not? Let's set a Derek. Is she picky or not? Let's settle a debate here. But what did he say right here? He said, depends on how hungry I am if it was a steak sealed.
It was a double Baconator with a large fry.
Big Baconator too. I love a Baconator. No puppy. Adopt a pet.
Yeah, I'm gonna adopt a puppy.
No.
So I did try to pick up a puppy on the road the other day. And Jimmy told me no. But see that little gnat? You see him? Jimmy told me no.
We're gonna get off the dog. Bobby, you were right.
I told you.
Bobby would pick up anything.
Bobby is the bomb.
Yeah, Bobby's the bomb. Bob the bomb. So how
it was supposed to be still sealed, not sealed steak, whatever it said. Steak sealed. If it was still sealed.
Well, it's kind of hard. It's just a sticker, it's just a little sticker.
I know, but if you put, the bag was folded and Wendy's had put the sticker on it. So if you had ripped it off, you'd have known that somebody had been in it.
She picked me.
Container to put it in. I don't think of Autumn as being a picky eater.
Derek, am I right or wrong? I know I've heard that.
Looky there. Look at my buddy Bobby.
Bobby.
Uh-oh.
No
has a puppy
pictures.
Too?
We're going to stop doing live.
What kind of puppy does Julie have?
Lives are going to be over very soon.
No, they're not. I tried to take our puppy with us today.
What?
Well, I didn't know if any of the work we were having done required us to stay in a hotel.
So we didn't get
my dog's not hotel. She's no.
We didn't get a lot of people respond to this, so we're going to try it again. Where is your next camping adventure? Whether or not it's this week or next weekend, your first camping adventure this year, whatever it is, where are we going? Do you have any plans? 2 miniature chocolate Yorkies. Like a Yorkie peppermint patty?
No, like a Yorkie, only chocolate. I've never seen a chocolate Yorkie.
No, Cottywamples, we don't need a dog. John Kenny, yes. No puppy. Johnny and June. Johnny Cash.
Jimmy, stop being a party pooper. Now that's cute, Johnny and June. That is cute. Camp Cardinal, that's Autumn's first trip.
And we'll be there with them.
What are you upgrading now? My driveway this weekend for projects and upgrades.
Tyler, first of all, we couldn't be friends because you have a Ford.
We worked through that.
We worked through that. But I think that's getting to the point now where that friendship is almost over now.
What?
Yeah, because there's no hope, no pooper. There's no puppy. Puppy, pooper, puppy, whatever it's going to be. No puppies.
When are y'all coming? Or when are you coming north? I need to see the puppy. What's the puppy's name again?
Oh, let's take that off there. So what is your projects and upgrades? So is the camper back? Is
Oh,
it done? Is it
taking
finished?
out the Happy Jack hatch and putting that a platform in. Cool.
Yeah, but is it finished? Did you guys get the wheels all adjusted and done and all that kind of stuff?
Tyler's a Ram guy. How did I not know that? Smoot, you've already been out and now you're not going out again until Endless in May?
That's a long time, dude.
That seems like a really long time. It's March.
Well, when you live in the camper every single day, it's a little bit
That's
different.
2 months and it's camping season. It's
Yeah,
time to get out there.
You know how it was when this was our busiest time of the year, getting everything going. This is when we used to get to mow the grass and had to mulch everything and prune everything. We couldn't go every weekend. Some people are busy.
Chester. That's right. Chester.
How can you forget Chester? You grew up there.
I know. I'll remember now.
Headed north March 17th. Take your time, buddy. Take your time.
Are you going to be to Williamsburg or Chesapeake? April or May? I know you're coming to Endless in May.
Cottywamples.
Arizona's pretty.
Man, this time of year is nice.
Yeah.
Come July and August, forget that.
Mechanic didn't find anything wrong with their suspension. So
see,
got new tires.
This is why Brian Smoot can't go camping all the time.
I know.
You need a different type of schedule, like a camping schedule. You should work the camping schedule and let the fire department do your.
Well, he probably has off days during the week, but Brenda has off the weekends probably. That makes sense.
All right. So does anybody want to talk about it? What? Just give us something to talk about. We have time for camping. We're busy moving.
No time for camping. We're busy moving these.
Because you have 3 RVs.
What? All your RVs? Is that where you're moving around, John Kenny? Oh, that's right. Jimmy was telling me about your daughter. I'm sorry to hear that she's not been feeling the best.
What is that?
His honey-do list is growing now that he's closer to home.
That's why I hate coming close to the house. As soon as we get close to the house, we got things to do and things to do and things to do. So,
like next time we're close to the house, we have to go home and weed the flower beds and put mulch down. I haven't put mulch down in 5 years. It's going to kick my butt, but it'll look nice.
If anybody wants to help, let me know. We have a lot of mulch to put down. We have all the tools,
Nobody wants to help do that.
We did this for a living, so we have everything we need except for the person carrying the wheelbarrow and spreading the mulch. So, if there's something you guys want to do, you got nothing to go on that weekend and we're there, let us know. I'll be more than happy to let you guys help us.
I was going to ask him that because I thought he was supposed to be maybe retiring.
Oh, Smoot?
Mm-hmm. Before too long. Is that one first responder to another? You'll love it.
No
rocks. No rocks.
Dude, rocks are great. Rocks are fine, but they do not break down. They do not give compost back to our plants and help our plants survive, even though we don't have any plants left anymore.
My children have just about killed all my plants.
Yeah, we try to get rid of all
it's rude,
high maintenance plants.
Low maintenance plants. I have low maintenance plants.
For a high maintenance person. And John Kenny, either you or Bobby Knuckles over there, or you and Bobby Knuckles need to come to my house and help me redo my bathroom.
That would be the most awesome pair. The most awesome pair.
So what do you think, Tiffany, if you're there, Bobby, if you're there? I think we need to get John Kenny and Bobby Knuckles over there.
They don't know John Kenny.
I know, but I think you guys should both come over there and help us.
I think it would be a great pair.
Help us do our bathroom.
I don't know if my budget can handle that bathroom project just yet. But John Kenny,
I told him we got the roof.
I got guys to get the roof and those dormers out front that I needed to redone. They're going to do those.
Since I couldn't get you to come over there.
So we're back to the bathroom. The bathroom's an expensive project. You better start upping your game on this social media thing because you're going to need more money.
Bobby's ready. So now all I'm going to do is get John Kenny to be ready. And yeah, we'll have the Jack and Coke or the rum and Coke or whatever and Coke you guys want ready to roll after you get done.
every evening. I can arrange that. Liquor store's right up the street.
It's a trap. Yeah, it's a death trap right now because I got to fix that floor in there. If I don't get that floor
Oh.
fixed, somebody's going to fall through the floor.
It does need to be repaired.
So anyway, but don't say you're ready, Bobby, because I'm gonna have you up there, buddy. I've been
He
begging.
wants to come up after like right during Endless, drive home for the day and look at it.
I've been trying to get John Kenny out there. John Kenny's a hell of a
John
contractor.
Kenny, don't you be talking that bad now. It's not that bad.
Or my face looks better.
My poor little feet.
What do you say? I'm on the way to get to, dude. I'll get a couple Jackson Cokes.
He said he's on his way, even if you don't have
Oh, if you don't have Jack and Coke. Well, let's do it. We'll be there.
He's
ready
my
to roll.
work husband.
Yeah, good. I can sit back and watch this one. This one's going to be a cluster. It's going to be a mess.
So when you have an old house, what is it? 1940s it was built. So it's an old farmhouse that was originally a cape that was then added on and added on and added on and added on before you bought it. You can imagine that anytime you try to do any renovations or anything, it's never just as simple as we're just going to do this, because it turns into a huge project, because they'll look at it and go, I wonder why they did it this way. Yeah, we can't put it back like that. Like true 2x4s that some of them even still have bark on them. We do find some cool things when we get into these reno projects at our house, but it's never easy and it's never cheap.
It's cheaper to buy a dog.
There you go. Just a puppy. Just a puppy is all we need.
Mm-mm-mm.
You're a mess.
It's not a cape, but no, it's not. It is in the front. It's a cape. I mean,
it is still a cape. It's just been added and added and added. We did our bathroom and closet, the utility room and Emily's closet, the kitchen, and the den. 4 times it's been added. And when they first moved there, the upstairs was not finished. So that was not an add-on, but it was they've added those 2 bedrooms because it was just attic space. So there.
I have 2.5 acres.
Hell to the yes. I have 2 acres out front and then 2 acres where the house is. Hell yes. We can absolutely do it.
I can put.
He wants to do Harvest Host across the street already anyway, because it's zone commercial, and we own it through our business because it's zone commercial. So he wants to do a Harvest Host out there. But yeah, we have a couple spots.
I could put 30 RVs out between there and our
we can do it.
Our thing. So we can have one hell of a party. And I have
be careful what you sign up for.
And I have so much wood back there. We can have a hell of a bonfire.
Oh dear God.
Hell of a bonfire every night. So if anybody's got construction skills, I may be taking everybody up on this offer.
But we're all gonna have to be able to work together.
Oh.
That's what happens when
we got too
many chiefs.
We gotta have one chief.
When you get too many chiefs and not enough Indians,
it's a cluster.
Derek can come down, drink, and supervise.
But so can I, Derek.
I'll help work.
I don't mind hauling stuff out, but me and Lisa, when it comes to stuff like that, we butt heads. Terrible.
Jimmy has a hard time envisioning what something's going to look like when it's complete. I, on the other hand, have a perfectly painted picture of what it's going to end up with. So we struggle because he doesn't understand what I'm trying to do.
So she has this picture of what it's going to look like. I have this idea what I think it might look like.
They're not the same. They're not the same picture at all. Not at all. Just not even a little bit. So can we talk about that for a second? One of the kids sent us this thing. It was on TikTok or Instagram or something. And it was.
Our kids are on TikTok a lot.
Like a blank sheet of paper all the way in like a black and white, half drawn, all the way over to an apple that was like drawn and painted or colored or whatever, bright red. And the thing was basically, if someone says to you, envision an apple, can you do that? Like, do you just have a blank screen? Like, can you picture it in your head? Is it black and white?
So right now,
or does it look like a perfect
everybody
apple?
That's here, picture an apple in your head. What does it look like? Type down what you can see in your head when I say.
Or can you see it at all?
Can you see an apple at all? Right now, tell us what you're thinking. Can you see an apple? What does it look like?
Ooh, a Halligan tool. That's a firefighter thing, right?
Just kind of give us a description in the comments. When I say apple, what are you seeing in your head?
Like, can you see it in black and white? Can you see it in color? Can you see it at all? Because we're two very opposite ends, of course, still. It kind of goes back to the I can picture what it's going to look like thing.
See, nobody can see an apple.
Cell phone. I didn't realize, because I can literally, like, I can envision an apple sitting right here in my hand. Like, I just picked it up at the grocery store. It's sitting here. It's red. The whole, like, I can picture it perfectly. He cannot. Oh, yeah, he cannot.
Not an iPad Pro. Apple. Crunch apple.
Like an orange. Okay. Or green Granny Smith. So Jimmy can't even see the apple.
Like, I'm still trying to find it right now.
He can't see it. And
you can see a Granny Smith apple. See,
it's just a green apple. You can just see it.
I know you're full of it now. There's no way you can see a Granny Smith apple. Man,
it's the
let me guess. You can see the price tag on the back.
I see a Red Delicious. That's what I see, because that's my favorite.
See, but anyway, Autumn doesn't see an apple. See,
it did not occur to me that there were people that couldn't see anything at all. And so after the kids sent us this TikTok or Instagram or whatever it was, see, my son says, Mom, I never understood.
So stupid.
When I was a kid.
That's an imagination right there.
When I was a kid and you would say inside voice. I'm like, what? He said, because I don't have an inside voice. I said, what? He said, like when you say, he said, do you think of something? Like if you're thinking in your head about, like, if you have to get up and give a speech or something and you're thinking about it, like, do you hear it in your head? You think about what you're saying? I said, yeah.
She hears voices.
With your inside voice, you can like hear it happening. He said, I don't have an inside voice. It doesn't work like that for me. Like when I think it, I just spew it out my mouth. I can't hear it in my head. I can't fathom it. Blows my mind.
We have to stop.
Sorry. I mean, I know that was a side note, but
it seems like we are going to have a camp out at the
house.
At the Cox residence.
How cool is that?
Because Tim did his bathroom.
Oh, really?
And you guys are neighbors to us. So boondocking is involved. Boondocking and alcohol, but boondocking's first, alcohol's after we get the thing done. I don't want this. What are those little things we went to, like the museum we went to, with the walls are sideways and look like you're walking.
The Illusion Museum. That was really cool too.
I don't want my bathroom look like an illusion museum. So we have to drink after the fact, while we're having the bonfire, and then we have to get back to the bathroom again in the morning. So, but we're up to 5 or 6 people now, so I think it's almost time for a camp out to get the bathroom.
Our sons both have smokers, so perhaps we could arrange some pulled pork. Our daughter cooks cheesecake, cakes, cupcakes, all the things. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Food, dessert, alcohol, bonfire, music, and a bathroom done. Yes.
Now you just need to come up with the money to make it all happen.
Okay, so I'm Derek and Autumn. If you guys
start a GoFundMe page,
if you guys hit my GoFundMe page down there, we can get this bathroom started as soon as we get enough money rolled in here for the GoFundMe page. So.
Okay, let's go back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Granny Smith. See, she can see green and red. Me too. It's just as simple as that.
You guys are crazy.
I don't have supplies on site yet, John, but I don't know what I need. Basically, the whole bathroom needs to come out. When I tell you all that this is the original bathroom to this house, we replaced the toilet when we moved in because it was a blue toilet.
And we still have a blue shower.
And we replaced the vanity when we moved in, and it's in horrible shape now. But it was, you remember the old countertops that were like the white Formica with like little flecks of gold? And then the sink was blue porcelain, and it had that silver stainless steel strip around where the sink met the counter. That's what it looked like. We do still have the blue tub.
Porcelain tub.
And
so whoever
black and white.
Whoever had the jackhammer up here.
White tiles on the floor. and white tiles on the wall. Yeah. So it's old. And we extended it a little bit because we used to have this, I think like the furnace probably used to be there at some point. So it was this huge, it was like a room in the middle of the bedrooms and the bathrooms. So we brought that wall over a little bit to extend the bathroom. But then the bathroom never got done. That was when we were doing the hallway. So yeah, we could go on for hours talking about that, but maybe at Endless we can talk about it. Serious business.
Oh, he said he'll bring his own jack. I thought you meant like a jackhammer, because that's what I need. We need a jackhammer that thing out of there. That didn't help me. I went all the way back up for nothing. So
you need to move this off of here so I can read.
Count me in, but I'm coming for the food, not to help with the bathroom. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
That's okay. You and Tyler can do the food. Done. Emily's not going to help with the bathroom. She can help with the food too.
I don't even want to know what that link goes to. I can't click on it on our side. So
I don't think it's a real link. There goes another tractor trailer. It's a busy place.
So yeah, hopefully one day, maybe after one of our trips, we can get everybody together, and even if we don't do the bathroom, maybe we can do a big.
We could still do a big boondocking thing at the house. That would be big fun.
And have a big bonfire in the back. Have to move.
We used to, so when the kids were younger and everybody still lived at home, we had like bonfire cookout parties.
We'd have 60 to 70 people at the house, 80 people at the house.
So Ma and Pa, I think you know the general vicinity we live in. The airport's right there, and we are, I don't know, a mile from the airport, maybe. At Blake's graduation party, I believe it was, we had a DJ, and a friend of ours who works down at the airport came by, and he said, I can hear the music at the airport.
I'm starting to see an awesome trend here. Brian says, Brenda's good at bathroom stuff. I'm better at food. Look, hold on. Tyler says, Rachel can help with the bathroom. So I think the girls are going to do the bathroom.
So we just need equal girls and boys, because Bobby is my work husband. When we work on things like this, Bobby and I work well together, and Jimmy and I do not.
She's the only one that can work with Bobby.
Jimmy and I do not, and Tiffany and Bobby do not. But when we work on projects
me and Tiffany will go drink. You guys can
and me and Bobby can work together. And so that works. So if we get enough construction husbands and wives, we'll be set.
He found us on Google.
Creeper?
Now, look, here's one problem. The bathroom is only this big. So we can't put so many people in there at a time.
I mean, it's a full bath.
It's small.
But just when you take all the fixtures out of there, it's going to be way bigger.
Don't forget, when you guys are building this for me, I'm a princess and I need that awesome shower. So a nice hot tub.
No, our bathroom's in the other.
No,
this is not a bathroom.
I want the hot tub. I want the water to come down on both sides with a lot of pressure, all that kind of stuff. So if we're going to do this, if my GoFundMe page works right, we're going to have this awesome bathroom.
How about that green grass there, Brian Smoot? Was the Google picture taken when the grass was green? Yeah, I bet it is.
So we went from puppies to bathrooms.
And we're still on Tyler and Rachel. See how that worked?
Yes, I want a walk-in tub. Yes. No, I don't, because they get too wet. We've been to a couple of hotels that had that walk-in thing, if that's what you're talking about. Where
I don't really need a tub. A shower's fine.
Yeah, we have a tub in the other bathroom. That is for another camp out to fix that one.
That one just needs updating. This one needs to be fixed.
But yeah, we can, on a serious note, if you guys want to do it one time,
we can do a camp out the house.
We can do a big camp out and cook some stuff out there.
We're not horse farm size, but we can definitely have multiple RVs out there.
I know in my field across the street, I can get 20 RVs and I can get 4 or 5 of them easy in the driveway.
We just need to come when it's not been raining, because it does get soft out there.
So who knows? We might do that one day.
The link works. Oh God.
I can only imagine what it goes to.
I'm scared.
So, but anyway, we're not going to hold you guys up. We're all tired.
Ouch.
I know Derek and Autumn are tired. A lot of people are worn out from this week. Maybe we get a camp out in Louisiana and we go down there to the bowling thing, and we can, Derek, what do you think we do a big camp out, 60, 70, 80 people there, and everybody comes to the national bowling tournament and they all cheer us on as we all come in. We can have a hell of a party out there. We can have a big party. We can bring 100 some people into the stadium. and have everybody watch us bowl.
It is free to watch, and it's probably pretty good entertainment.
So
we don't all bowl good, but we put on a good show.
That's it. All right, guys, we're not going to stand here much longer because I got to get some sleep. But we do appreciate
Beauty
you.
needs his nap.
But before everybody goes, in 2 weeks we will be. Oh, my daughter just bowled a 150. 2 weeks. We don't know where I'll be. There.
We'll be in Indiana or on our way home.
So we'll be somewhere.
Might be in Indiana. We might be on the way back to Gloucester. I want to say Williamsburg. Gloucester.
So make sure you put on your calendars. 2 weeks from this Wednesday, we'll come to you guys live again. Make sure you guys spread the word. Please let everybody know that we're on here. Send us some stuff to talk about, guys. Let's all get this.
And don't forget, if you know anybody that wants to come to Yellowstone or South Dakota, we need to fill a few more spots.
Yellowstone, South Dakota, or Pigeon Forge. Endless only has just a couple spots left. So if you know anybody who wants to come to Endless and Pigeon Forge. Yeah, Pigeon Forge. We need to fill Pigeon Forge. So I don't really know how many we have at Pigeon Forge right now. No, Tyler, no puppies. But yeah, let's get everybody at Pigeon Forge. Let's fill Pigeon Forge up. Let's have a blast in Pigeon Forge, guys. So if you're not doing anything the week of July
23rd. Week of July 23rd. 23rd through the 29th.
If you're not doing anything that weekend, let's
it's a week.
That week, let's get everybody out there as much as we can. Let's have a good time. Let's get everybody here that's on this live out there, and let's have a great time.
That would be awesome. We need to get all these people together so everybody can meet everybody. I think a lot of you know one another, but there's still a handful of you that don't. So,
all right, guys, we appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Till the next time you find us camping.
Safe travels,
y'all.